Johnny, question for you.
Yeah.
If I was somewhere in Kokomo and it wasn't our house and it wasn't the flower shop, where would I be?
Easy. Humble home.
Yes, you're right. You guys, listen up. Humble Home is my absolute favorite place to be for so many reasons. No matter what I am looking for, I always check Humble Home first. Clothes, shoes, toys, decor, furniture, makeup, they literally always have something that I need. They have brand name items for cheap. Their inventory is constantly changing, so it's part of my weekly routine to do a Humble Home walkthrough. You absolutely need to stop by. I promise you won't be disappointed. While it is a discount store, it's not your average discount store. It's clean, organized, and everything has its place. I get zero anxiety when I go in, unlike other discount stores. And no matter what you're shopping for, a home project, gifts, home decor, even seasonal decor, they will have it. They are open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sunday from noon to 5. You can follow them on Facebook at Humble Home Kokomo and watch for new items every single day. And for our Lafayette, Indiana listeners, I have exciting news. They are opening a second location in Lafayette soon. As soon as I have the details, I will let you know their opening date. Get excited. I'm Kayla Keith, and this is Missing Midwest, a true crime podcast about those that have gone missing. Today's story is about a young mother of two who vanished from Illinois and hasn't been seen since.
Yikes.
Yep.
Well, hey, Missing Midwest fan.
Hello. I feel like we have so many more of you. The podcast has kind of taken off in the past couple of weeks, and I'm so excited. We've been getting emails. We got an email from a lady that teaches a high school forensic class up in northern Indiana, and she wants us to come and speak to her class about podcasting, true crime podcasting. She said that, she goes through and they talk about all the career paths in forensics. There's detectives and FBI and just any, police officers and things you do. She was like, but, you guys have taken true crime and turned it into a podcast. Like, I think podcasting, that's a cool, it might be something that my kids might be interested in. It's a different avenue of forensics that we could talk about. So we're going to go talk to a high school class.
We're pretty hyped about it.
I'm excited.
We're pretty excited.
We've gotten a couple emails for case suggestions, which I always
love it.
want.
Yes, keep those coming.
What else? Oh, somebody messaged us and asked, they want to remain anonymous, but they said, I just want to write you guys a check for $100. He was like, we love what you're doing and we want to support it. And I literally almost cried. How freaking sweet is that?
Shout out to Anonymous.
Yeah, shout out to Anonymous. It was awesome. I was like, I don't even know what to say. Thank you. That's so nice. I mean, we do this, it takes a lot of our time.
Right.
We don't get paid. I mean, we have subscribers. It's $5 a month if you want to subscribe.
Keeps paid.
But that just keeps the guy that does our editing paid. So we don't really make money off of this. We just have to pay him so he can help us. Because honestly, if we had to write and record and edit, we wouldn't be able to have our other jobs that actually pay our bills. So that was just so nice. And we've just been getting a lot of followers on Facebook, and we got some orders for merch. It's just, we've been feeling the love. Thank you.
It's been awesome. And I'm a stats guy. So I'm looking right now. As you're listening to this will be March 22nd that we're releasing this episode.
Mm-hmm.
This is already our second highest downloaded month ever. And we still got almost 10 days. We got 9 days left.
Yeah, there's a chance this month is our biggest month ever.
It's gonna be. I mean, we're almost there, and it's So
yeah,
thank you.
I don't know what happened.
We appreciate you. Keep sharing our episodes. That's helping us. You guys are growing the podcast.
People are sharing. You're helping us grow, and we appreciate it.
You guys are doing the large part there, so we can't thank you enough.
Yeah.
I don't have any other announcements.
I don't either. I'm just saying thank you.
Guys, what up? We are in this together. We're crushing it. Thank you. So yeah. I mean, right. I know you got a story
for
me. Yeah.
So we're going to Plainfield, Illinois today. Population 44,000. No Dollar General.
Wait a minute here.
There's really no reason to go to Plainfield, I guess. I don't know what y'all are doing there.
Jeez, where do you go?
I don't know. Where do you shop?
They probably got their own version of it, a local version or something.
I hope so, because
Jeez, when you forget milk, I mean, a gas station has milk, or yes.
I don't know. Speaking of milk, we need milk.
Noted.
Time to go to the dollar store.
Dollar General.
It's Tuesday this week, and I haven't been to Dollar General yet, so I'm kind of behind.
I have to go there because I owe my students a bunch of stuff this week. like for
yeah, you said they've been
awards
crushing it.
earned. Yeah, there's awards that they've earned.
All the testing that teachers have to do. His students have been doing so good.
Yeah, they've been killing it. So I owe them some treats
to go get them some fun things or a pizza party. Don't you do a pizza party?
Oh, we do a pizza party for pretty much any reason at all because I like having pizza. But,
when you have Johnny as a teacher, you don't really have to earn pizza. You just get it when Johnny feels like he needs pizza. Okay, so like I said, Plainfield, Illinois. We're going back to 2007.
Okay.
Which, when I hear that, I'm like, so a couple years ago.
That's also the year we met. So
it's a long time ago.
Literally 2007.
I know.
First time I ever kissed a girl, 2007.
Wow.
It was you.
How old were you?
I was 15.
Nerd.
Wow. All right. I was the quarterback of the football team, too.
You were still a nerd. Nerd.
All right.
I was his first kiss.
Back off. Move on.
We're
All right.
So cute. Okay. So the story. So Lisa Michelle Stebic. Okay. So on May 1st, 2007, a woman called the police to report that her neighbor and her good friend, Lisa, was missing. Right off the bat, I was like, why is this neighbor? Like, if I go missing...
Our neighbors are not going to know. Our Amish neighbors are not going to know what to do.
Our Amish neighbors definitely are reporting me missing, but just like, it was weird to me. Like, she's married with 2 kids, and like, you better be reporting me missing if I'm missing.
Yeah, I'll be the one.
Even though you probably didn't.
Relax.
Because you're the husband, and the husband always did it, but whatever.
All right.
So Lisa was 37 years old, and she was the mom of 2 kids, okay? And she had last been seen the evening before, which was April 30th, and she had left her home to go to the nearby school to walk around the track. She would go walk around the track every night. This was like very normal routine for her, okay? And so, like I said, Plainfield, Illinois, it's like southwest of Chicago. She lived with her 2 children, who were 10 and 11 at the time, and her husband, Craig, but they were estranged.
True.
She worked at the local elementary school, and so they had been married for 14 years, but they were in the midst of a bad divorce, okay? They had been going on since December of 2006, okay? So December 2006 to May 2007, so we're in the middle end of this divorce, okay? It said it was irreconcilable differences, okay? But Craig was an asshole. He was mean, verbally abusive. The police had responded about 6 months before to a domestic disturbance at their house. No arrests were made, but Lisa had told her friends that she was afraid of him.
Yikes.
She was afraid of her husband, Craig. And so one friend actually told the press that Craig would degrade Lisa constantly in front of others and her children and constantly yell at the kids. So that's who we're dealing with.
The worst kind of person she was.
And so, like I said, she's scared of him. The friend, more than one friend told the police, like, Lisa was scared of Craig. She was ready to be out of this marriage, okay? Craig's lawyer denies this. He said, no, they didn't say it. And they're like, no, I'm literally right here saying it. Like, I don't know. And the lawyer's like, don't listen to them. But they were like very outspoken about it, okay? And so in April of 2007, they were still living under the same roof, but they weren't talking to each other. It was not amicable at all.
I can't imagine how terrifying the whole situation
Right. On the morning of April 30th, the day before she went missing, Lisa filed a petition to have Craig evicted.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You gotta do something, though. I appreciate the effort.
Hours later, Lisa was gone.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So the family also found it strange that Craig was not the one that reported his wife missing. And when police went and spoke to him about, like, hey, your wife's been reported missing, you know, do you have any idea where she is?
Any thoughts here, buddy?
With her. He said that he had last seen her the night before around 6 p.m. He said their children were outside playing and he was in the backyard. And he said that, you know, they weren't talking. And when he came inside, she was gone. And he said that her purse and her cell phone must have been with her because it wasn't there. And he said he thought she probably went to the high school to walk around the track because that's what she did every night. And we're not talking right now, so why would she tell me what she was doing, basically? And so it wasn't weird to him that she just left because she was pissed at him. They weren't talking. But then later when he was, so, I mean, that makes sense.
I was going to say, that story could pass.
I've been mad at you before, man. Like, I'm leaving and I walk out the front door and don't tell you, you know? Like, you don't.
Well, jeez.
I have. But not like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not talking. They're in the middle of a divorce. She wants to go walk. She does it every night. I wouldn't be friendly with him either.
If I'm the cop listening to this, I'm like, that is feasible.
Yeah,
it's feasible.
Totally feasible. But then Craig is like, I don't know, though. I mean, maybe she got abducted from the front yard. And they're like, what?
Come on, brother.
They're like, wait a second. So police start looking at the house with Craig's permission, and they found Lisa's car in the garage, but her phone and her purse were never, they didn't find those. And there was no activity on her cell phone or her credit cards since the day she went missing. She also failed to show up for her job at Lincoln Elementary School the next day. And so this is like where her family and everybody's like, okay, like she's not just leaving Craig, like she's something.
This is a problem. Yeah.
Bo Digital is the secret ingredient you need for success in marketing your small business. From logos and flyers to social media and videos, Bo Digital can create the marketing you need to set yourself apart. Oh, and they build websites too. Not only do they help my small business, but did you know that they help many others around Kokomo too, including Solidarity Community Credit Union, the Lindy Owsley and Chanel Cahill Real Estate Team, Hope Behavioral Services, and even the Kokomo Symphony. Let Bo build a custom plan for you today. Learn more at bowdigital.com. That's BOWE digital.com. And so they continued with their investigation, and Craig said he had no knowledge about the petition for eviction. He said he did not know about this. They were waiting until the divorce was finalized to see who was leaving and where people were going to live, okay? But in that, petition, it said that she wished to have her husband evicted so she could live in peace and escape Craig's abuse.
Man, that's so sad.
Her and her children.
So sad.
Yeah. So at the beginning of this investigation, Craig cooperated, okay? To an extent, okay? He allowed them, full access to the house and the computer. The kids were interviewed by police. He declined the polygraph test, and he said that it was because his lawyer told him not to, which I agree.
Fair enough. We would advise all of you to do the same.
I do. But then after that, once he realized that the police were like, this is our suspect, then he was like, okay, we're done. No more interviews. My kids aren't getting interviewed. And he basically withdrew all of his effort. So eventually this went to a grand jury in November of 2007 to basically put all the information they had out there and see if the grand jury could indict Craig on her disappearance, okay? And so the kids were actually called to testify, only 11 and 12 at this time. And what they said was not made public, but I can't imagine. They also questioned her friends and family, and they said she was a loving mom, never would have left her kids. They also questioned a man that had been seeing Lisa. She had been on a few dates with him. He cooperated fully, never named a suspect. Her neighbors, family, coworkers, everybody was searching for her and helping her. They just kept talking about how great she was. Great laugh, great personality, just super fun. And they also pointed out that the one person that was absent from all of those searches and visuals was Craig. He never came to anything.
Man.
So in mid-May, he was not indicted. Nothing. They couldn't do any. There wasn't enough information to.
So I just feel if the kids would have told the truth, the full truth, he would have been.
I don't know.
That's so tough.
So in mid-May, some reports had actually came out that there was blood found in Craig's truck. And at the time, Craig said that he did a lot of deer hunting and that was the blood all over the back of his truck. And they actually got a warrant to go search. There was a cabin in Michigan that his dad owned. It was a deer hunting cabin. And so they actually went there, but they never, the warrant was sealed by the judge. And so it's never been made public, if they found what they took, if anything. And so they did say that they found a trace of Lisa's blood on a tarp in the back of Craig's truck. The police did confirm that.
I can't imagine a good reason for that to be there.
Well, I don't know. That was in May.
My wife, they're not finding your blood in the back of my truck.
No, but you could explain it away if they did. I get hurt all the time. I cut the tip of my...
She whiz. As soon as I said it. As soon as I said it, I was like, oh no.
Sidebar. Earlier today, I'm currently recording with my finger wrapped up because I cut the tip of my finger off. Literally the entire... I don't have a fingerprint anymore.
Maybe you want to throw up.
I sent a picture of Johnny and I was like, FYI.
I was literally gagging in my classroom.
For blood loss because it bled so bad. I don't have a finger. I was using a potato peeler And
What?
basically,
Let's tell them why you were using a potato peeler.
what? I don't think we need to do that.
Let's tell them.
I was making ASMR soap. Me and my kids really love on TikTok the ASMR soap crunching videos. And I was like, I want to learn to make that. And so I was making them, which I did. And I figured out how to make them, and I have some, and it's going to be really fun to crunch it later. But in the process, I did bleed a lot. And so, to be honest with you, my blood currently,
we don't really know where all it is upstairs.
if you sprayed the luminol stuff in our
I'm going to
kitchen
jail.
right now, Johnny would be going to jail. So in Craig's defense, like a little bit of his wife's blood on his personal property should not be enough for him to go to jail.
But also, maybe not when your wife's missing. I feel like right now I'm going to jail for your chopped off finger that you did yourself.
And so I just think like, and obviously the grand jury thought this as well because he was not indicted on this crime. I mean, there's reasonable doubt on all of that. Like,
I hear you.
You know,
it's a lot.
Yeah. And so basically nothing happened. Like Craig was not indicted. But so Lisa's disappearance kind of got overshadowed because there was a couple like other high profile crimes in the area. Okay. So 6 weeks after Lisa disappeared, there was a family, 4 members of the Vaughn family, about 10 miles away from where Lisa disappeared. They were found dead in their car, like
Yikes.
Murdered. And the dad, Christopher Vaughn, he had killed his wife and children.
Oh my gosh.
And so it kind of got overshadowed in the media from that.
That would take front page.
And then 6 months after Lisa disappeared, so that was 6 weeks after she disappeared, 6 months after she disappeared, another mother of 2 vanished. Okay? In Will County, Illinois. Now, I know you're thinking like, okay, this has that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Okay? But this one was already solved, but it was kind of a thing because both the families,
and they don't think the person that did it could be okay.
No. So both the families kind of came together, both of these missing women family, and like kind of came together to like seek media coverage for it because her name was Stacy Peterson. She was 23 years old. She was the 4th wife of Drew Peterson. 4th wife. You heard me right. He was a police officer. Okay?
Wow.
He was 30 years older than her.
Hate when that happens.
So what is that? She's 23. So he was 53?
Yeah.
53 with a 23-year-old. That is disgusting. I do not care who you are. I know that everyone's like, she's an adult. Love is love. That's fine. There's nothing illegal about it. That's fine.
Still gross.
It's gross. It's gross. Say what you want. I think it's gross. That's my opinion. I don't know what a 23-year-old is wanting to do with somebody 30 years older. Whatever. So just like Lisa, Stacy was last seen by her husband at her home. But in this situation, Peterson, Drew here, his 3rd wife was also found dead. Well, okay. Stacy is just missing at this point, but his 3rd wife was found dead in 2004 in her bathtub.
Wow.
In the middle of a very bad divorce. And so that had been ruled an accidental drowning. But after Stacy went missing, they reopened the investigation and had another coroner come in, and they found out that Kathleen, this 3rd wife, was actually murdered. And so now they're like, Drew.
Yeah. The husband did it on that one.
The husband definitely did it. Well, I stuttered. The husband definitely did it. In October of 2007, though, Drew was playing the grieving husband hardcore. He was all over the media. But Craig wasn't. And so the media, they're like, we have these 2 very similar cases, like 2 women, 2 moms missing. One husband is like, please come home, please help us find her. And the other husband won't even like be seen in public, won't talk to anybody. And so that kind of was like, just like 2 like very stark differences between the 2. But then once they found out that Drew had actually murdered his previous wife, it kind of got overshadowed. Lisa's case did. And so, but they ended up, her family like worked with Stacy's family, and they kind of helped spotlight like some other local missing persons cases. They said they didn't want it to be like missing white woman syndrome, where they're only the missing women are shown and not like anybody of color or gender. And so there was like actually 2 missing men from the area that they were like working with the press to like bring attention to them.
Well, good for them.
They never found Lisa, and they never found Stacy. Drew ended up going to prison. He is in prison, yes, for the murder of his 3rd wife. But that kind of left limited like attention and limited funds in the county for Lisa's case. And so Stacy and Drew's case kind of made headlines just a lot more than Lisa's case, and it kind of faded. And nothing ever happened with it.
Jeez.
Craig was never indicted.
So it's still an open case?
It's still an open case.
Ugh.
Lisa's still missing, and Craig is living his life. I don't know where he is. I don't know what he's doing. But I would be very cautious if you're on a dating app and you come across a man named Craig from Illinois.
Seriously.
And so, yeah, that's
Craig
the case.
Stebic? Was that her married name or maiden
That
name?
was her married name, Craig Stebic.
Yeah.
And so...
maybe swipe left on that one.
Swipe left on that one. I don't know if he's still going by that name, but the fact that he just like got away with it is insane to me. It just blows my mind that people can get away with murder even in today's age. I know this was 2007, but even with today's age, like there's nothing for them to even test to see. I mean, yes, her blood was found in the truck, but it was just a little bit. It wasn't.
The grand jury didn't think that was enough to indict him.
Didn't think that was enough to indict him, and I mean, in my opinion, it wasn't. Like I said, my blood is all over our kitchen right now, so I don't think you can indict on just that. Obviously, and there's nothing else. They don't have enough. Without a body, it is very, very hard. And so that is why these missing person cases are so important, and spreading awareness about them is important, because I mean, I believe in a giant belief, so you guys believe. Someone knows something. Someone saw something that day.
Someone said something night. Somewhere down the road.
Someone saw someone, maybe Craig, maybe not, probably Craig, but whatever, in his truck that night. Someone saw him out that night. Someone saw something. Someone heard something, and they didn't know it. And maybe, years down the road, they'll hear a podcast or they'll see a post on Facebook and they'll be like, oh my gosh, like I was there that night. I heard that. Or maybe they were in a bar with Craig 2 years later and he was drunk and blabbing his mouth. Or maybe he said something to you along the way, or maybe you dated him or something and he was freaked you out and he said something. I don't know. Someone knows something. And without a body, cases like this are going to stay open. And like, that's just not fair for Lisa's kids. It's not fair for Lisa's family. And so if you know something, say something, share it, post it, bring awareness to it.
This podcast is a So.Will.I.Studos production. So will I.
Did you know the Jefferson House of Flowers has been a local Kokomo florist for almost 100 years? Our trained designers make beautiful arrangements for literally any occasion. You can send flowers for any reason. Birthdays, anniversaries, get well, congratulations. The list goes on. We make flowers for funerals, weddings, proposals, and even proms. Let's be honest. Receiving flowers, whether you're at home or at your work, it makes you feel special. You get butterflies and you feel loved, and that's what sending flowers is all about, the feeling it creates. Call us at 765-452-8269 and let us create something special and send it out for you. Or you can stop in and see us at 4300 West, 100 North Kokomo. We always have a cooler full of flowers that are ready to go, as well as a boutique full of gifts. Shop local, support local, and send flowers.